long and laborious rebirth of the MG marque since it moved into Chinese ownership enters its third stage with the GS SUV. It's affordable and claimed to be fun by MG. With the company, the new GS targets the likes of the Nissan Qashqai, Renault Kadjar and Mazda CX-5. However, with an appealingly low list price for the entry-level smaller, more affordable crossover choices such as the SsangYong Tivoli and Dacia Duster are likely to be on the shopping list of any potential owners of an MG GS. The problem is that the majority of these cars offer more choice, with a wider trim derivatives. All of the rivals have diesel engines available, which many buyers in this market sector are looking for. The question is, does its low price offset the inconvenience of its small range and tiny dealer network? What exactly is an MG GS? The MG GS is a small SUV that's been styled and engineered in the UK, but manufactured in China and imported back to Britain. It comes in three forms: Explorer, Excite and Exclusive, with the latter version topping the range. The cheapest Explorer model was priced at £14,995 at launch in 2016, but was still well equipped. Despite the chunky and sharp SUV looks, there is no four-wheel drive option, and there's only one engine available, a 166 horsepower 1.5-liter four-cylinder above, co-developed with General Motors, and used in the Vauxhall Insignia Grand Sport. Mated with a 6-speed manual transmission, or 7-speed automatic, the 250 Nm power plant driving the front wheels delivers a claimed 46.3 miles per gallon on the official fuel consumption test. So, the MG GS is a petrol-only choice, then, not necessarily the handicap it might have been not so long ago. Affordable price, generous kit. The low opening price for the MG GS will certainly attract buyers into the showroom. And with MG's 5-year warranty as standard, that should instill anyone looking to buy with some confidence, especially compared with the 3 years most rivals offer. So, if you're looking for an inexpensive, well-equipped family-friendly SUV, the MG GS has a fair bit to offer. Standard equipment on the Explorer version includes 17-inch alloy wheels, LED daytime running lights, 6.0-inch infotainment screen with smartphone compatibility, and automatic air conditioning. The verdict: the MG GS is no groundbreaker, and if it weren't for the MG badges it wears, it really wouldn't attract that much attention. But it does, and as a result, it's something of a talking point. Most people are still unaware that MG still makes cars under Chinese ownership, and that's a shame, because the GS is largely competent. The main points where it struggles are in the questionable residual values for a car with such a low profile. The dealer network is thin, too, which means many people will find this car too impractical a prospect to take on. If you don't mind these two issues, it's roomy in the rear, well kitted out, with a simple TAUS infotainment system, and is sharp-looking. As an ownership proposition, it's not that bad to drive, although the ride quality is unsettled due to poor damping. The steering, though, it's sharp and gives the driver plenty of road feel, which goes some way in justifying the sporting badge on the nose. But we're not sure it's quite good enough to choose over a more mainstream rival, despite its good size-to-price ratio. Review to find out more about the MG GS SUV. Mated with a notchy, 6-speed manual transmission, the 166 horsepower, 250 Nm power plant driving the front wheels no four-wheel drive option is available performs somewhat better on paper than in reality. It has all the punch of a dandelion clock until the revs climb towards the 3,000 revolutions per minute mark. Thereafter it becomes somewhat coarse in its efforts to deliver the power promised, further threatening an already lackluster average fuel consumption figure of 46.3 miles per gallon. And the company's first 7-speed twin-clutch automatic gearbox offers no salvation. Its ratio spacing feels ill-judged and its propensity to loiter at higher revs until a change is long overdue is both noisy and tiresome. The manual gearbox is a better proposal by far. Amidst all the fidgeting, and despite a deal of body roll and a rubber band feel to the nonetheless well-weighted steering, the GS actually handles with modest aplomb, displaying eager turn-in, plenty of mechanical grip and a pleasing aversion to plowing straight on in tighter corners. Even entry-level models benefit from respectable standard equipment, though, with such toys as automatic headlights, air conditioning and cruise control fitted across the range. So bumping the base price up by nigh on $4.5 in the cause of better infotainment and leather upholstery does little to bolster MG's boast of affordability. And as for fun, well, once you've wrestled the steering wheel rake adjustment as willing as a bush saw wedged in a wet pine log into submission, the driving position's pretty good, though the seat's initial promise of comfort doesn't quite materialize. While ride quality may be appropriate to MG's sporting pedigree, it hardly suits a family SUV. Firm springs allied to what feels like inadequate shock absorption leaves the body shell complaining constantly at low speeds, though it does settle better at higher velocities. 9 airbags are fitted, including front pelvis bags and one for the driver's knee, and Mercedes A-Class Cabriolet safety levels are high. In fact, the firm admits to being quite proud of what this car brings to the safety sector. The head airbags are a first for a convertible. Springing up from the doors, they offer protection to front and rear occupants, while rollover protection is provided by pop-up roll bars behind the rear headrests. Mercedes also points out the Cabrio has the same strength when rolled as the coupe. On top of this, it comes with Mercedes-Benz's attention assist to warn sleepy drivers to take a break, ESP traction and stability controls, and an active bonnet for better pedestrian safety. The latest example of the firm's PreSafe Plus can also prevent collisions with pedestrians and can brake autonomously when it detects an imminent problem. Traffic Sign Assist can now see overtaking restrictions and no entry signs, while the Active Lane Keeping Assist now recognizes broken lines and oncoming traffic under threat of collision. By far the most advanced is the Distronic Plus with steering control, though, the safety system enabling the A-Class Cabriolet to follow the vehicle in front without the need for lane markings and congested situations. Combined with the firm's BAS Plus and PreSafe brake, which can brake the vehicle to a halt from 31 miles per hour and avoid accidents, it makes for an incredibly safe car. Few people will rank Mercedes A-Class Cabriolet practicality particularly high up their list of criteria when considering one, but they'll get plenty. With reasonable cabin space and easy access to the rear seats, with the hood up or down, the Cabriolet has good passenger space. The boot is reasonable with the roof flowered and can expand from 300 liters with the roof down to 390 liters when the hood is raised. With the roof flowered, though, the boot is quite shallow and taller bags are squeezed to fit in. Still, the roof itself works electrically and takes only 20 seconds to fold away or be raised, and this can be done on the move at up to 25 miles per hour.